playing as the Leoray Soldier onto Merlin, Athlon will be on Sonya, KO on that Space Cowboy Rainer, and Dreadnought will be the Uther.
And on the right side of the battleground, Complexity with their backs to the wall. They have to take this game. Jaximus is going to be on the Rexxar. Hans will be playing Vala. Caterpillar on the Arthas. Trumbull's going to be playing that patented Jaina. And Blake's on the Karazim.
First Hollow is a big battleground. You want to make sure you apply pressure across all three lanes. The early game is very important because if you get a first curse, you have so much more advantage. In terms of laning pressure, Triple Warrior, they have the pre-4 advantage, but we know for sure that Rexxar, he can hold his own lane, so can Arthas, and Karazim, Jaina, Vala may just be the bottom lane triple hero's push right there.
Yes, absolutely. You can't always count out Jaina though with the Arthas, and if Rexxar is roaming with them as well, they could do a lot to contest this early game, and I'd be curious to see how this ends up panning out.
Right, Rexxar is going to be top lane already. Vala station at the bottom lane. The rest of Complexity is at the mid lane actually, and for the rest of Tempo Storm, they're just doing a bit of a movement rotation right now, deciding who should go where. Triple Warrior actually sticking together like glue right there.
Cursed Hollow, one of the battlegrounds. It's a very, very large battleground, so it's we're going to see tributes popping up between the mid and top and the mid and bottom lanes. If you collect 3, then you will curse the enemy team, and it's going to be absolutely the objective. We'll see that popping up around the 2-minute mark. So some early game rotations, but that is absolutely going to be the focus around that time.
Athlon's going to have the increased range on Ancient Spear real soon, but we're also going to see a little bit of the jump potential from both Muradin and Sonya. Sonya, if you provide the space, if you allow her to get in your face, she's going to slam it down.
Okay, already starting to put a lot of pressure onto this bottom lane, looking to take some of these towers out. Look at that, already getting it down to half health. Hans really just sort of helpless, sitting behind that gate trying to defend it.
And Zuna mid lane with the Wraith Walk trying to get out of trouble, and the Howling Blast is on point! Zuna will go down!
That's the power of Jaina in that early game. Has an incredibly strong kit, and it scales so well past, especially we're going to see that Water Elemental. Maybe even that Ring of Frost does a lot of really good zoning, especially if they're running multiple warriors.
It's the first takedown, but it doesn't mean a lot of EXP lead just yet. We need to see more of this roaming action, and Jaina well got out. The Tempo Storm punishment's running. 4-member perfect body block right there. That is what I call a body block of death. And top lane we got Rexxar doing some work. Misha, unfortunately, not really able to go right in because of the HP dropping so low. Menpet will kick in, and Jackson is holding onto the lane aggression.
A really strong rotation earlier there from Tempo Storm. They did end up losing Zuna, but they fired back knowing that Complexity would be in the area looking to take their Giants as they spawn right at that 2-minute mark. Arthlon on the Sonya, a very strong mercenary camp, someone who can take those mercenary camps very quickly, and they're going to play to that to their full advantage before these tributes pop up.
All right, tributes going to pop up real soon right now. And Tempo Storm, like you said, man, could be they're looking for the siege camp. They're going to find it, and the tribute will spawn just nicely as well. Top tribute may not be exactly what Tempo Storm wants, but they're also in the vicinity. We got Complexity doing a bit of a rotation, and the thing about Karazim is that pre-7 it doesn't really have much heal. Trumbull now, meanwhile, in a lot of trouble. Draino well connect. Trumbull will take the phone. Perfect stumble right there, and after off the wall, staying alive. Caterpillar needs to pull right back. We see Karazim going in to do some heals right there, and we also got Misha going down. Tempo Storm will get the first tribute.
The fact that they were able to get Arthlon out of there was really going a long way for them to be able to secure this first tribute. They have grabbed it. They're even looking for more punishment.
And they're not going to get anything right there. Rainer is doing all those consistent damage. Vala did not join up with the crew. She's looking for some bottom lane aggression. Gonna get some EXP soaked up as well.
Giants pushing in the top lane. They know that they want to just try to defend this as long as possible. Arthlon just really getting in the face of those multiple warriors. Stuns a bit far away.
In terms of talent options from both sides, everything looks to be very standard, nothing surprising just yet. We're looking at Karazim going for a bit of a support build here. He could go for Cleanse or something else. Zuna, meanwhile, will use the Wraith Walk, and a Blizzard will connect, but it's not a takedown.
Really smart play from Trumbull to save the Blizzard, knowing that the Wraith Walk would be the tool to get out. And the stun on the Whirlwind has Arthlon overextended.
Athlon needs to pull back. Warwick's going to heal him out a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. There is not enough heals from Dread. His mana is so low right there, and nothing they could really do. KO. Also, some trouble. Misha lunges forward, but not going to get anything done. Tribute spawning. Complexity. They got a bit of a numbers advantage, but Soldier's here first.
Yeah, he will be responding and should be able to get up in time. Soldiers needs to sort of stall this out as long as he can. See that Death Coil going out, trying to push them back, Cattle, activating that Frozen Tempest to push all the heroes from Tempo Storm back.
Blanks looking like he's about to get it. Nice Holy Radiance by Dreadnought there. And the Complexity, they have to pull out. Zuna is in town. looking for the drain home. He finds it on Blinks. There goes the stumble onto Jaina. Soldier dropping below 40%. Trommel going in for the takedown. Is he able to get it? One or two more frostbow. Not going to be enough for Trommel now. In a lot of trouble. Zuna giving chase. And we are going to see some heals now. Oh, Tempo stop. Wallop is again in here. Trommel with a sudden exit will go down.
Drummel able to be taken out in that U-shape area. They know they could just rotate heroes around. A smart play. They pick up. No, they don't actually. We had Complexity grab that in the midst of all the chaos. So they're going to even the tempos out 1-1. And this is going to put a lot of pressure on Tempo Storm moving forward. They had a strong advantage, but now Complexity has the slight level lead going into this. And it's all about getting to level 10 for those heroics.
This is really close. One tribute both sides. Negligible level lead. Half a level only. We're looking at Complexity looking for level 10. I don't think they're going to get it before the next tribute. But 5 minutes and 35 seconds into this game number 2, Complexity can afford no mistake. There we go. Howling Blast not connecting. This is not going to be anything. Both of these Mages of Eyes, in fact, will pull back.
We talked about that machine gun style build for Jaina earlier. We have the Pierce on the Frostbolt as well as the cooldown reduction on the chill targets. If we see that Icy Veins picked up, it could mean massive damage going from those flanks of trouble.
The lockdown is real. That is some real teamwork. They can put aside the past grievances, but Arthas and Jaina, they can do a lot of damage if they want to.
Complexity doing a great job battling back from that loss in game 1. Their early game looks strong and they are well on their way to level 10, picking up the second tribute.
A Rainbow by Zuna is going to be okay. The rest of Complexity, they get that tribute advantage right here. We're looking at both teams getting level 10 before the next tribute spawns. Athlon taking up the Siege Giant. And here we go, heroics for Complexity. It's going to be Water Elemental, Unleash the Boars, as well as that extra Army of the Dead from Arthas. We see Divine Palm by Karzim and Strafe for Vala.
Talked about the damage output and the stuns from this triple warrior lineup that Tempo Storm has, and having that Divine Palm could be a very critical asset to Complexity moving through this mid to late game with the advantage.
Wow, we're looking at a lot of control coming from Tempo Storm, but they need to do better in terms of soaking those EXP. They're getting rotations and not really getting any takedowns. And both of those kill shot misses terribly. Jack Simmons was just directly in the middle of both of them. And here we have some multi-shot slows coming in as well.
That rotation from Hans not going to be quite enough damage to try to punish this, and this is a critical tribute for Complexity. If they're able to grab this, that means a curse and a lot of structural damage could be thrown down. Tempo Storm has to represent here.
And Dread summoning it up really well. Blinks is waiting for it. And there we go, Karzim with the Radiant Dash. Zoom in, zoom out, just like a Ferrari. We got the rest of them right here. And Soldier looking to bully Hans with the Drano from Zuna. They're looking for something more, but Blinks is jumping in the background. The Monk with the Divine Palm is going to save him some seconds.
But they don't activate!
And it's nothing at all. We're looking at the Merlin chasing a little bit. Optimum goes down first. And we're also going to see Uther God, Rainer down. Blinks with some Breath of Heaven kills right there. And Tempo Storm, 3 men down. They have to pull back.
Is Zuna going to get punished for this as well? Misha is out, so that means no stuns quite available. We're going to need to see the Howling Blast. He's not going to be able to get out. This means that all the members of Tempo Storm are taken out in the meeting process of that fight. A great battle. They're going to be able to rotate, take that tribute, and all of a sudden Complexity takes a large lead.
The biggest problem of the fight right there was Tempo Storm splitting the targets. They didn't have a focused target. You got 3 warriors, absolutely good lockdown, but you're not looking at taking down any heroes. That's going to buy a lot of time for them to reposition, and Complexity did just that. They punished them right nicely. That Divine Palm was a bit of a distraction. Murden fell for them. By the time he joined with the rest of his team, the fight's over.
Okay, with this curse, Complexity opts to take their boss. Tempo Storm quickly able to realize that this was the rotation from Complexity. They start to take their own, and Complexity hasn't realized this quickly enough, or perhaps they've made the assessment that they wouldn't be able to get there in time to punish this.
Karzim still hit it in that direction. Will not be in time. Blinks is here, rest of the team. They realize what's happening. The curse looks like it's doing some work on the top lane, but Leoric's heading in that direction already. Complexity, they may actually have to defend the boss instead of pushing right now.
Yeah, not something that they wanted to be doing while they had their curse active. We see Trommel is taking the Giants, continuing to just set up for more of a pressure lead. They're not trying to take any kind of risky play to get additional takedowns. They know they have a lead, and they're just going to continue to sit on it into that later game.
And the boss doing some work. In the bottom lane, the structures will go down in front, but the fort should be safe right there. And level 13 for Complexity. We have a bit of a Quicksilver up on Karazim. We're looking at also a Wildfire Bear for Rexxar for more damage. And Icy Vein, it is the Machine Gun Frostbolt.
There it is again, reduces the cooldowns of all her abilities, and she's going to be able to put out huge amounts of damage during that short time. And again, I have to highlight once more, the Trommel is really good at finding those types of flank positions, so watch out for that as Complexity looks to try to put the pressure on Tempo Storm.
Gina's got a lot of burst. We actually saw this before. And here we have them at a good level lead. 10 minutes in. We have to stave off the aggression right now. In terms of having the lead here, clearly it goes to Complexity.
Very safe play. Both teams look to be backing up, taking their night camps on the respective sides of the battleground. Arthon going to rotate to the bottom to clean up those giants. Sort of a calm before the storm, if you will.
The biggest problem here with Tempo Storm's lineup is they don't really have hot crowd control. You have 3 warriors and you don't have enough stuns to lock them down. They're all basic abilities and not enough to connect on everyone on the other side. They have enough damage in the form of Rump of the Berserker as well as much of the Black King and Rainer's Hyperion here. But can they hold them in their position for those damage to take place?
Historically, taking wins off of Tempo Storm meant having an incredibly strong early game. Cloud9 knows this all too well. They have a slight lead for the time being, but is it enough? And Misha is going to barely be able to escape.
The Bear will be fine. Afterlong looking for punishment onto Trommel, but it seems like the Divine Shield is going to buy some more time. And after braving the front, much of the Black King, not enough. Zuna goes down. We're looking for more. Hyperion's going to look for a bit of a pickup. Box Soldier's the one in a lot of trouble pumping the Avatar. Rainer's got Complexity. They charge forward.
Takes a 2-hero advantage in that fight, and they're looking to continue their structural lead. Every single fort is down on the side of Tempo Storm, and another tribute spawns.
Almost level 16 for them. This is a bit of a nightmare for Tempo Storm. In terms of late game, they may have the advantage when it comes to setting up the proper position in all of this map here with a lot of nooks and crannies. But can they reach level 16 before that? We're looking at some really good aggression by Complexity. They control the battleground very well. And this could be a bit of a problem here for Tempo Storm.
You mentioned the level 16, a very critical talent tier, and it is just within grasp of Complexity. Tempo Storm respecting this, not even trying to contest that tribute, given the risk that they could have grabbed that level 16 just as they moved up to it, and that would have been a disastrous team fight for them.
By the way, we see Vala picking up Giant Killer, so that's not going to be a frost shot. No extra slows on the multi-shot build. Realizing that Vala needs to do more damage, she also decides to go for Blood. That's pretty good. Optus has got more extra tanky stuff there. And it seems like Zuna with Drain Hope. Is it going to be enough? We don't know. Dratcher to save the day. And Caterpillar pulls back. Jackson is maybe left a little bit behind. Optus goes in, slams the face of Hans. Not going to get a takedown there. He must be badly bruised right now.
Misha looking to try to put a bit of pressure. Tempo Storm backing up for the time being. But again, another strong position for Complexity. With that level lead, they're going to be able to secure another tribute. And this is going to be the 4th tribute in a row for Complexity.
Wow, they have all of this map possession right here. And we also see Karazim going for a little bit more of a support build, and there is the imposing presence of both the Bear as well as Rexxar.
Really just targeted at Rainer, making sure that slow his auto attacks down if that is really looking to be his target, and having Misha out in front and knowing that you can't try to punish that positioning is going to be very aggravating.
The Complexity, they have a bit of a talent lead right now. What they need to do is to force a fight if possible. Jaina also picked up a talent there. I'm thinking it should be Northern Exposure. We'll get confirmation of that real soon.
Yeah, you talked about forcing fights 20 seconds before their boss is up, and I think this is Complexity's plan to do just that. Zuna, not too far away, is going to at least check on Complexity's positioning when that time arrives.
Here we go. Tempo Storm, they need a level 16 before the next tribute spawns, that's for sure. Boss is up in just 3 seconds. Here we go. Complexity knocking on it. Tempo Storm, they know something is wrong. None of Complexity's members are on those lanes right now. It's either going to be an ambush or a boss, and they check it out. They find them there. Are they going to put up a stand? There goes much of the Black King, but it's all too late. Zuna dropping a lot of HP, doing minimal damage now with the Raid Wall. Not going to get anything that KO with the Adrenaline Rush. There goes also Misha, looking for Misha Chuck, and the Bear will not even need to run forward. Karazim, Raiden down to the back line there. Soldier, Optolon, they have to get up. That's a 2-man stun. Zuna went for respawn, but Karazim goes down. Soldier with some lockdown, and Drag with the Divine Shield onto Optolon. That's some good support coming into play. Vala getting boxed out by both warriors. Dagger changes the spear, and the Sex Big Slam locks it. Well connect. Complexity all of a sudden losing their fighter. Kind of feeling a 2-man Howling Blood. We're seeing Warrior versus Warrior. This is the all-new Warrior show, guys.
Soldier looking to try to get some punishment on Cattle, and this is going to back it up. This should close out the team fight. Not before a big advantage being taken from Tempo Storm. They secure their second tribute, but there is a big story to tell, and that is the boss that is pushing in the top lane for Complexity. So while not the best of team fights in terms of results, the fact that they have this pushing is going to be something that Tempo has to respond to.
Boss top lane doing a lot of work here. KO's here to defend. I don't think the keep is going to drop. But we have got a bit of a nice story here. 2 tribute from both sides, Scooby.
Yes.
This is going to be close.
And with those even talent tiers, this is going to mean so much. This will be Complexity's ticket to getting back to that game 3 to really start putting that pressure on Tempo.
All right, we just got confirmation here. It is going to be not an exposure for Jaina, so it's a very bursty build. All she needs to do is just to click on Icy Vein and throw herself those Frostbolt. That's going to do a lot of damage already with Blizzard going in as well as those Cone of Cold. That is a bursty Jaina.
Complexity very daring, maybe even looking to force another fight. Is Cattle out of position?
And Cattle needs to be safe here. Karazimi's there for the Echo of Heaven with a bit of extra heal. Actually, no, Breath of Heaven only. And we also can see Misha with a bit of a charge in. Zuna is not going to do anything to the bear right there. He's actually very bear friendly.
Forcing the position, Complexity is going to back up. They relinquish control of the boss for now, but I don't think Tempo Storm was looking to take that much of a risk. And there's that critical tribute you were talking about, Babel. How are the teams going to respond to it? Because a curse at this point in the game definitely will mean keeps for Complexity.
Tempo Storm needs to buy some more time for one simple reason. Wrath of the Berserker is not up for the next 9 seconds, but Dreadnought is there. And we got Sonya at the choke point. Candles racing over, but we have Tempo Storm with the curse of the law. He's pulling back. Complexity's a good one for a takedown. They go in for Dreadnought. He pops the Divine Shield. Here comes Hyperion. Reina calls his cowboy from back Old Town there. Jaina goes down. There goes back to the Black King. 3 targets and a lot of trouble. And we're going to see Dragon some heal. Uther still alive. And Caterpillar with those slow Divine Palm. It drops. We're going to see Outlaws with a bit of HP here. But Soldier, Mensam, and Hans. He is in a lot of trouble right now. Ocelot being chased by Rexar. We're going to see Ancient Spear. And it seems like Rexar will get hunted right now.
A full man wipe, completely taken out. Tempo Storm knows that they have this curse for another 30 seconds. They are going to get a lot done with this, getting their sights onto the keep.
Big play by Dreadnought. He was the reason why everyone was able to hold the aggression. Great heals from him. And also you have a 5-man team wipe. This translates to a lot of things. If the keep goes down, the core may also go down.